Okay.
Yeah, hello everyone, welcome to KFCS and Sports Breakdown. And finally, Pavan is back, owner of
I can't put my video
Sports
on, but I'll
Breakdown.
talk.
Yeah,
I can't put my video on,
so
but we can talk. Yeah.
yeah, okay. So we have Pavan with us and have a discussion. We all know that now we have three places already fixed, one, two, three. But ranking wise, we will confirm on Sunday that who will be a one, two, three properly. Maybe basically two or three. But Pavan, if you see, if this type of weather is there, I don't you think there should be done means some reserve day or venue should be changed because I think this type of prediction is always there. I think 24 hours before that. Very important match for all the teams also, not for
Yeah.
Sunrise Hyderabad only.
So you can't change the venue anyways, and I think anyways in Hyderabad, we expected rain to come. So I mean, you can't do anything about the weather, but yeah, what's to be done? I mean, you can't. This week has been terrible when it comes to weather forecast. I think even the Monday match was washed out, if I'm not mistaken. So that was the first
Yes.
abandoned match. Yeah. So yeah, it's not been good. And then they're saying on Saturday, CSK versus RCB, that match is also going to be abandoned. Like there is calls like in Bangalore, it might rain, so you never know. So I don't know, man. Towards the end, obviously, this, if DC also had like one or two washed out matches, it would have been good. Seeing how we perform this season, I think we deserve the playoffs more than CSK, in my opinion, with the way that we played. But can't help, with how things have been going.
And Pawan, one more thing means if I see this IPL season, really very good season so far in terms of runs, in terms of attacking cricket. We have seen so many 250s also. But some rules we have to think about Pawan again. Means elimination of Rishabh Pant in that match. I don't see any logic behind that because you have so many rules for slow over run rate means you can add one extra fielder. You are deducting money also. I don't see any logic for removing a captain for a one match. I think it's better. This is a league. This is not an international match. International match is different thing, but I think in this league, you can deduct a salary. You can add one more fielder, means fifth fielder inside the ring. If 2 overs, then you can for last 2 overs, fifth fielder will be inside 30-yard circle. Pawan, do you agree with that? That this is not fair. Means putting Pant out of the very important match. That was not fair, actually.
I really can't blame beyond, I mean, the rules you have
Means
to
I am
obey the
saying
rules, first of
changing
all.
a rules, man. Pawan, I think this rule should be changed. Ban
Yeah,
should
for
not be
me, in my
necessary.
opinion, yes, I think the rules should be changed, but it's according to the IPL rules. My opinion, I feel like, without, I mean, you should have done a heavy fine. Obviously, Pant only got, I think, 25% of match fees, I think, cut along with one match suspension, I think.
25
So,
lakhs. Three
yeah,
times 25
yeah,
lakhs.
that's what,
So
yeah,
if you are
25 lakhs.
deducting money, if you are deducting money, then allow the match, allow to play the match. Otherwise, don't deduct the money if you are banning.
No, so that's
Means
what I'm
one
saying.
thing
Not
should be there.
25 lakhs, not 25 lakhs. It could have been about 60 lakhs or 70 lakhs, and still made him play. That's what I'm saying about the rule.
Yes.
It should have been a different rule. They should change it, in my opinion, because if it's like the fifth time, like if it's the fifth time he's doing it, then okay. It's like his third time. He did that mistake, and for me, I feel like heavy fine is okay,
And
but
Pavan,
you shouldn't
most
suspend
importantly, that
a
is
player
not
like
a
that.
And most importantly, if you see the RR and DC match, that was not a lone problem with Rishabh Pant. That was problem with bowlers, problem with
Yeah,
dismissal of
that's what.
Sanju
That's why.
Samson
That's
too.
why
Yeah,
Rishabh Pant was frustrated. Yeah, that's why when he found out the news that Pant was frustrated because I mean, bowlers obviously it's the bowlers' problem if they can't bowl the overs at time.
and
In
Sanju
this league
Samson
we
also.
can't do
Sanju
anything.
Samson has so many discussion. 4 minutes discussion with Sanju Samson. Why you are not deducting that 4 minutes from them? 4 minutes, 5 minutes. You
Yeah, I
see the
mean, no
clear
point
match.
arguing about that. I think about that situation, but I think the rules should be changed. In my opinion, I feel like third time offense. I think you should give like a maybe 50% of match fees or 75% of match
Maybe
fees reduction.
you can take 50 lakhs. That's it. But allow the player to play because that was really important game.
Yeah, that's
That
what
was
that was an
really
important
important
match.
game.
I agree because I mean, if Punt was there, it could have been a different result for Delhi Capitals, in my opinion. So it could have been a different scenario for DC if Punt played. Because if he played, I don't think DC would have considered 100 and DC wouldn't have considered 188 in my opinion against
Even
RCB. So
we can chase
yeah,
that
that's what.
target. Easily.
So that's what I feel like. Yeah, I agree with that. I don't know why the rule hasn't been changed yet. I hope next season at least, um, the officials will check on regarding to change that rule because Punt not coming to play that match. That was a very important match. Plus the problem was that they told it in the last minute. They
Yeah.
DC had I
Day
think
before
three
the
or four
match.
days before their next match, and then they told one day before the match started that Pant is not playing. So I think that is very wrong. If they wanted to suspend Rishabh Pant, they could have told it like after the match itself that he can't play the next match.
Yeah, of course. So, and one more rule also, Pavan, impact player rule. I don't like this rule. Means why you are using this rule if in international cricket there is no use of it. In
Yeah, I think
IPL you are using impact player.
I think Jaisha has spoken about it. He said that in the future, I think impact player rule might change. So I think we're expecting, I don't think that rule might be, I mean, that impact player might be there for many years because already teams are not liking it. I think it's already giving batting advantage because, you can change the batter with a batter, but when it comes to bowling, usually you don't change the bowler. Because we saw yesterday also how our Rajasthan used their rule. They brought in Group Jewel. They made Group Jewel go out and then brought in. I can't remember the player that they brought in, but it was a batter to batter change. So
Denovan Pereira. Yeah.
yeah, Doron Ferreira. Yeah, so that's what I'm thinking. Like it's a disadvantage for the bowlers because if it's not there, they can easily go for 30 or 35 runs. Whereas for the batters, it can be advantage because they come fresh and then they know the situation properly.
Yeah, of course. But now Sunrise Hyderabad qualified. Pavan, if we talk about this team, Sunrise Hyderabad before IPL, we all are thinking who are the four best overseas fit in this team. But the way Pat Cummins has leaded, that was really superb. What a performance Travis had after inclusion of Travis had. Team is suddenly changing.
Yeah, I think Pat Cummins has led the team brilliantly, in my opinion. I think he's a born leader, and even I doubted like Pat Cummins whether he can captain in 2020 cricket, but he has proved everyone wrong. The way that he has handled the team has been brilliant. The bowling rotations, fielding placements, the tactics, especially bowling Bhuvi at the death, and then you utilizing the bowlers properly in the power play and not much of a headache in terms of the overseas players. All the overseas players have been performing well. So, it's been brilliant. It's been a brilliant season for SRH. I mean, Abhishek Sharma and Travis said, I think they've been outstanding this season. We didn't expect Abhishek Sharma to perform this well this time, but with the addition of Travis said, I think that has helped. So, it's been a brilliant season. Only issue for me is Aidan Markram's form going into the playoffs. I would like to see Glenn Phillips playing instead of Aidan Markram.
Yeah. One more important thing, Pavan. If you see the schedule of all the teams, don't you think that I understand that there is election also in Delhi, but you should have balanced schedule for each and every team, means equal schedule. You see, the Delhi Capitals match has been ended very early, means almost 5 days before the league end. I think so. If you are making a balanced schedule, then each and every team will be there. I think till Saturday, if they try to
Yeah,
make a balanced schedule.
agree. Yeah, I agree on that. Yeah, but anyways, I think DC was over after the match against RCB. Yeah, they weren't officially out, but after losing that match against RCB, I think that was game over for DC. Anyways, so yeah, I agree on that
And
about the schedule. Yeah.
Pawan, I also don't like this. Means I have seen that IPL schedule has been prepared according to TRPs. Means in that day, which player is playing, you will get maximum viewership. They are thinking that these two teams are not playing, so they are making only single fixture with that. We have seen with CSK versus Delhi Capitals, uh, these matches are playing once since 2 3 seasons. So this is, I think, not fair. You have to make a balanced schedule and try that each and every team should get equal chance. See how Delhi Capitals schedule has been over. Now what they can do? If suppose Pawan, if one match was remaining for Delhi Capitals and they are at 14, and you will get a scenario that you have to win the match like this, that, and playing in Delhi. Don't you think things will be changed if one match was remaining this time?
Yeah, I think yeah, scheduling has been not good. Obviously, I mean, you can't now next year. I think they're increasing from 74 matches to 84 matches. So I don't know what's going to happen in terms of that. And then in 2027, it's going to be 94 matches. So I don't know how they're going to schedule that much of matches. But yeah, coming back to DC scheduling, yeah, it's not been good. I think they are obviously seeing which day suits for all the rivalry matches, all the viewership matches. Obviously, CSK versus RCB on a Saturday, and when it comes to Mumbai Indians versus KKR, they always put in the weekend. So it's not good. When it comes to like people who want to watch IPL, you want to make it competitive, not like confirm the top four like a week earlier. We want to see like teams battling for the top four until the last weekend. But already now we have seen three teams have already been confirmed for the playoffs, so that's not a good sign. So I think
Yeah,
from next season at least they should ensure that all 10 teams are fighting until the end, like at least the teams that are going for the playoffs, like Delhi Capitals, who were finishing fifth and sixth or whatever,
I'm
should.
hoping, Pavan, it will be fifth. CSK will definitely beat RCB, and RCB is not going to qualify, I guess.
But I'm not sure that day they're
Most
saying that it's
probably.
going to rain. They're saying
So
that day
if
it
there
might rain,
is
so I
rain,
don't know what's going to
okay.
happen.
If there is rain, then they have 13 points only, Pavan. Then Delhi will be on 15. Sorry, fifth position,
Yeah,
14 points.
Delhi will be on fifth position if it's gonna rain. They say most
Rain.
likely in Bangalore it's gonna rain on Saturday. That's what the news has said. I don't know what will happen. Weather is very unpredictable, so you never know what's gonna happen. But yeah, let's see what happens. But I'm very happy for RCB's comeback. No one expected RCB to come back like this from 10th to 5th, winning 5 games in a row. They were not in a good place. Now they found a balanced team, and yeah, full credits for them. Especially the bowlers have stepped up well, especially Yash Dayal, and even
Yeah,
this guy has stepped up. Even Siraj has stepped up. Few bowlers have stepped up, which is why RCB are in this position. So very happy to see RCB like that. But yeah, I don't think they deserve playoffs though. I think CSK deserves more than RCB because
yeah.
CSK has been consistent from game one. They had a rough patch in the middle, but still I feel like CSK deserves it more than RCB because CSK have been consistent in the first few matches, whereas RCB are just making a comeback from 5 or 6
Second half.
matches ago.
Yeah, Pawan, as a Delhi Capital fans, if you see, I think this is the season where we make a home of fortress. Means out of 5 games, if you win four in Delhi ground, that is the achievement, I guess. Means if you compare the previous season, we win only 1 2 matches in Delhi. So this type
But
of
my
change has
issue
been
is
coming
about Delhi
suddenly.
Capitals. If we played our first 2 matches at Kotla, I think
Yeah,
most likely if we played that KKR match at Kotla, I think we could have won the match more than playing at Vizag because I think those first two
Pawan,
home matches.
I don't know means we can chase that total or not because 272
No,
is
I'm
still
not worrying
big
about
total.
that the chase, but I think if the ground was in Kotla, I don't think KKR would have scored 260. That's what I'm
Yeah,
trying to tell. It could have been a
yeah,
different match, and if Delhi won that match, they would have gone to the playoffs with 16 points.
yeah. There
So
are a few matches, but still,
that one match matters, I think. And if we had the first two home matches at Delhi, I know we won the CSK match at Vizag, but if we won that KKR match at Vizag, I think if it was 16 points, we'd have gone to the playoffs. So I think those tiny things matter. I think that KKR match not being at home, not being at Kotla, and also the Punjab Kings match. I think we could have won the
Yeah, yeah.
Punjab Kings match, in my opinion, because we came that close and we lost it in the final over.
But Pavan, if you means man-to-man marking, suppose if we are comparing with that teams who are not winning the trophy, Punjab Kings, Challengers Bangalore, uh, Delhi Capitals. I think Pavan, Delhi Capitals have so many problems this season. Means we don't know our captain who is keeping or wicket keeping, doing wicket keeping from match one or not. That was the problem. And Pant take two
I don't
matches to
think
come
it's
back to rhythm.
I don't think it's like the wicket keeping problem, all that problem. I think we couldn't find the right playing 11 from match one, because David
Injury
Warner was
concern
in
was
decent
also
form.
there, Pawan.
David
Injury
Warner
was
was in
also
decent
there.
form coming. Then Tristan Stubbs was a backup actually for Harry Brook, but Harry Brook got ruled out. Then we had Fraser McGurk coming so late. He came as a replacement and then only played after 6 matches. Then we had the issue of bringing in overseas players very late. Then Abhishek, Prithvi Shaw's issue, he wasn't in form when coming up. Then only we figured out about Abhishek Poral and then made him open. We were shuffling
Yeah,
him, playing him at number 4, number
so
5,
many
number 3.
experiment.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying, because we haven't found the right playing 11. That's the reason why we are not in the playoffs. If we knew our team from match one onwards, if we knew the playing 11, the formation of the playing 11, and if we stick to the same playing 11, I think Delhi Capitals would have easily gone to playoffs, would have finished maybe even second. If we stick with Fraser McGurk and, Poral, and stick with all
Yeah,
the players.
first half, maybe
Yes,
from
but
the first half.
issue is that the experienced overseas players didn't step up. David Warner didn't step up this
Yeah,
season. Henrik
David Warner
Noike was in poor form this
and Nick
season.
Norgia,
Harry Brook
yes, he
pulled
giving
out.
so
Harry
many
Brook
runs in
pulled
first
out
half.
into IPL. So those things only the overseas players only put Delhi Capitals down, in my opinion. And then Prithvi Shaw, I don't know what kind of form he's in. He should be. I hope he goes to Mumbai Indians or something this season. But this this kind of form is unacceptable from Shaw. You don't expect that, especially when Rishabh Pant was coming after injury season, and then he's scoring 400 runs also, and then you're expecting
Yeah,
Shaw playing
almost four.
domestic cricket. Mostly, and then he's only scoring 176 runs. His average is 24 something, and then his strike rate is about 120 or something. That's simply unacceptable. And then you have Abhishek Poral, who's uncapped and who's doing well in domestic cricket, and he's getting 300 runs.
Yeah, yeah. Okay,
And
okay.
he,
We are just discussing. Yeah, we are just discussing our Delhi capital now. Rahul is there. So okay, coming to Chennai Super King. So Rahul, I think from today's game, one thing is clear that now it is a knockout game. RCB versus Chennai Super King, where Chennai is favorite. If rain is there, Chennai qualify. Chennai win the match. No margin, nothing, no need to just win it and qualify. That is the scenario. But when it comes to RCB, you have to this. You have to win the match by 18. You have to chase the target within 18 to cover up the net run rate. So I think Rahul, now you are happy as of now.
Well, okay. To be honest, to me this I see this match as a decider. Basically, I think it boils down to that because one thing we know is now, it's very clear now. It's just there's just one playoff spot left,
Yeah,
and it's between CSK and RCB who are playing each other. So it's basically just a knockout match. That's how I see it. And it's a no-brainer. If RCB tries to win, they're going to try to win by 18 runs. Or if they're batting first, or if they're chasing, they're going to try to win in 18 overs. We know that very well because RCB wants to qualify for the playoffs. So, and it's not an unreasonable margin for RCB to win by the way, because if you look at their 5 match winning streak, they've won matches either by more than 18 runs or in less than 18 overs. So it's not an unreasonable task that RCB is given to qualify for the playoffs. And we know that as RCB is going to come out and try and win by that margin if there's a match, if at all there is a match day after tomorrow. From a CSK point of view, I have to say we have to play this smartly. We have to think about winning the match first of all, not think about the margin of defeat. We have to think about winning the match and getting 2 points, and we have to play this like a 20 over match.
yeah,
Basically, whether we're batting first or batting second, we have to play it like a 20 over match. If we're batting first, we should set RCB a big enough target that we can defend in 20 overs, not think about setting a target to defend in 18 overs. The That could be our biggest mistake if we think like that. And if we are chasing a target, we should not deduct 18 runs from the total of RCB. If RCB scores 200, we should aim to score 201, not aim to score 183. We should aim to chase down the target they set us and get 2 points. That should be the approach from Chennai Super Kings. Then, if the match is getting close, we have that safety net.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, but Rahul, one more thing. If we talk about Chennai Super King, opening is one of the issues. Means when you bring Rachin Ravinder, we have dropped Ajinkya Rahane also. Means we was creating problem. Rituraj Gaikwad came down the order. So according to you, if you are going to play off, so what is your 1, 2, 3, 4 of Chennai Super King? Means ideal best that you can stick with it and then going forward. 1, 2, 3, 4 for Chennai Super King.
Okay, so it should be Rachin Ravindra and Rutraj Gaikwad opening the batting. Rahane, drop him. He cannot be
Yeah,
in the
of
playing
course.
11. I'm sorry.
100%.
And then one down. I'm sure I'm missing someone, but I think yeah, one down
Daryl
should
Mitchell?
be yeah,
Daryl
one
Mitchell?
down Daryl Mitchell. Yes, one down
Yeah.
Daryl Mitchell, and I would say bring in Shivam Dubey at number 4
Shivam Dubey at
because
number 4.
so he can bring because he can bring momentum to the innings. You want to bring him in as early as possible, so that and we now know that he can take down both either pace bowling or spin bowling. Neither of them is a problem for him. We can He can take down either of them. He should be at number 4. He's one of our best batsmen. Number 5, Moeen Ali should come in.
And
Then,
Rahul, situation wise, can Moin Ali be number 3 if required?
based on the
Moin Ali can be.
situation, yes, it's possible for him to be number 3. Maybe if let's say the openers go very well, Gaikwad and Ravindra, they get a huge partnership like 115 overs, that kind of a thing. Then you can probably bring in Moin Ali because he'd be more suitable for death overs compared to Daryl Mitchell. You can bring in either Moin Ali or maybe even Shivam Dubey himself at number 3. But I don't think we're going to get such a big opening partnership. CSK really hasn't been getting great starts with opening this time. So I think Daryl Mitchell is the right option for number 3. Um, Also, ask Rachan Ravindra to swing his bat, basically. So to give CSK a quick start, we're not looking for what to say consolidation in the power play overs. We have to get a quick start, and if CSK is batting first, I want to see 200 and or 20 to 240 on the board. I think we need to score in that range. If we score in that range, no matter how much RCB tries, they will not be able to chase in 18.1 overs, I think. And we should get close to 240 in my opinion. I don't think RCB can chase that in 18.1 overs. Even if they come very close to chasing it, it'll be in 19 overs or in the 20th over, and
But
by
because
then
I
CSK
think
has
it's in,
clinched qualification.
I
Yeah.
think because it's in
Okay.
Bangalore, I think RCB have a better chance. I think with the form that is they are in, because I mean, especially if RCB bat first, I feel like they can score 220 to 240, because CSK don't have Patirana right now. They don't have Musafizu right now, so their pace attack is a bit weak. I would feel. Yes, they have Simrajit Singh, and they have Tushar Deshpande, but they are not like the lethal bowling attack as you say that they previously had. So their overseas fast bowling is a bit weak with having Gleason. So yeah, I think they're heavily reliant on their spinners, Jadeja and Tikshana to do well. And especially if in Bangalore, it's very hard, for the spinners to get a grip, and like try to not concede runs, so it's going to be very difficult for CSK, especially with their bowling being a bit weak. I would feel, yeah, same issue with RCB, but I feel in the last few matches, I think the RCB bowling attack has really improved, especially the fast bowlers, Yash Dayal, Joseph, and all of them stepping up, right now, so I feel like RCB has advantage over that, but never know, because it's a decider match, you never can say what happens, because the typical
And
RCB when it comes to matches under pressure.
Not only that, when RCB has a margin of victory in mind too, they have to keep the margin of victory in mind as well. So that can be some added pressure. If I were RCB, I'd want to be chasing the target because I think they would feel
Yeah,
more
that is
confident
true.
in.
But I feel
See,
like they
Pawan, I feel RCB would be more confident in chasing a target in 18.1 overs rather than trying to use
But
their
don't you think that
bowling
the
to
chasing hasn't been that
win
good
by
this
18
season?
runs.
But
Because one thing that has to be said is, although RCB's bowling has come together well, I'm not going to take credit too much credit away from them. It also has to be said that this is probably the toughest batting lineup that they're bowling to of all the batting lineups that they have won against in this 5 match winning streak.
yeah, but don't you
Probably
think
this is
like
the toughest one since SRH. They restricted SRH to 171, yes, but really they've not been tested too much by Gujarat Titans, Punjab Kings, and Delhi Capitals. The CSK batting lineup is very strong, and they do have a pretty good record at Chinnaswamy Stadium. Lots of these batsmen, so I think they would feel a lot more pressure if they had to try to defend and win by 18 plus
is
runs
this a
against this Chennai Super
this is a
Kings
nice
batting
question.
lineup.
Yeah, I agree with all what you say, but I feel, yes, CSK batting is good, but, as you said also earlier, the opening hasn't clicked so far. Rachin Ravindra has been in poor form, and, Dariel Mitchell, yes, he's been performing as of late, but he's only got 250 so far this season, and they really rely on Shivam Dube because, Dhoni, you never know. At times he might click, he might not click. At times, he's been in good form this season. I don't doubt that for Dhoni, but him betting at number 7 or number 8, I don't know what to say about that. I hope it's Dhoni's last season because he's not being utilized. He's carrying injuries, and I know CSK fans don't like Dhoni to retire, but I feel like it's time up. With the way that
Yeah,
Gaikwad has
I
played
do
that
feel
this season.
that way about Dhoni. I think nobody can keep playing until they're on their deathbed. No cricketer can do that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I agree
The
on that completely.
subcontinent cricketers do have a habit of wanting to play until they're on their deathbed. That is the difference between subcontinent cricketers and Sena cricketers. That's been the case for a long time. Coming to CSK's batting, I know we've not been at our best, but we have still managed to put up big totals on the board. We have still gotten
Yes.
those 190s and 200s.
Yeah,
So
but
for
that stands to
RCB,
middle order. That is because
yeah,
of
that
the
is
way that Shivam Dube, Jadeja, and
absolutely,
even Dhoni has
absolutely.
been performing as
But
of
I
late.
also feel that if CSK has a target in front of them and they know that they have that 18 run safety net, as I call it, then they would be, a little more confident of winning this. They will feel there will be a little less pressure on them. They can, and that'll help them really perform well in this match. RCB bowling attack, I feel, yes, they defended that 206 against Sunrisers Hyderabad, but apart from that, I feel they've not really been
But my
tested too
concern about
much.
CSK is the bowling because there is no Patirana, there is no
Absolutely. But I feel that, let's say,
because
I think
Shardul
if
Thakur
CSK
hasn't
is
been in the best
chasing,
of
we'd
form.
be fine. I would rather be chasing in this match as a CSK fan. And I think RCB fans also would rather be chasing, especially when you're playing at Chinnaswamy Stadium. That being said, for RCB has to win this match by 18 runs. So that is a little bit of an advantage that CSK has got in this encounter. So
Yeah, yeah.
as
When it
bad as
comes
our
to
bowling is,
that,
I feel if we can keep RCB to anything under 220 runs, even if they score 220 runs, I still feel we can at least get the runs that we need to qualify for the playoffs, even if we do not reach the target.
yeah, definitely. I think RCB should get around 230, 240, especially in Chinnaswamy, because it's a small ground, and if they're batting first, I think they should really target 230 or 240, knowing what CSK can do any day. You cannot underestimate CSK, so I feel like you should somehow get 230, 240 on a flat track because you never know which batsman can turn up on that day because Gaikwad can turn up, Mitchell can turn up, anyone can turn up on that Chinnaswamy pitch. So I feel the form that Kohli and Fafa in, they should get a good start, if they bat first, and even if chasing, I feel, I think RCBs can still chase because with Kohli how good he is with chasing, and with Team India and all, I feel like Kohli would prefer chasing than batting first, because they have a
Absolutely.
target of.
And yeah, and I think RCB, see if they're bowling first, they have to look to restrict CSK to 200 or below, in my opinion. I think 220 would be too many to chase down in 18.1 overs, no matter how good a form the batting is in. When you know there's a
But
playoff spot on the line and you have to chase a 220 run target in 18 overs, then suddenly, the target looks a lot bigger than it actually is.
But I
So,
think yeah. But coming back, I think the RCB middle order should step up. Because they haven't really stepped up apart from DK. I know Dinesh Karthik has come back to form, but
well,
he needs
Rajat
support in
Patidar
the
and
middle
Will
order.
Jacks have been in decent form. Will Jacks and Cameron Green, they've been in decent form across these last few
Yeah, Will
matches.
Jacks has been in good form, but Will Jacks I think has gone back to England if I'm not mistaken. As
Yeah,
he's
absolutely.
in the 2020 World Cup squad, right? So I think he's not available.
Yes.
So I think that will be a big blow. But I expect more from Cameron Green. Yes, he has been in good form for some matches, but especially in this pressure situation match, and with the way that Cameron Green played for Mumbai Indians last season, and also being bought by RCB by a high tag, so RCB fans are obviously expecting Cameron Green to step up, so I think this is the match for him to step up. He's been performing well in the last few matches. So I hope, especially with his bowling, also, Cameron Green can, contribute because, I think Dinesh Karthik needs that support in the middle. And yeah, I think Rajat Patidar also has been in good form. Certain matches he's been performing well also. So I expect, Patidar also to step up in this upcoming match.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, guys. Yeah. Thank you. Audience are also here heard
Oh,
this.
your namesake is there
Okay.
in the comment section.
Rahul, there
Yeah.
is so many Kunal. You don't know. Kunal Ganjawala is yeah, one singer. Kunal Kapoor is a hero also. There is so many Kunal. You don't know.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
very disappointing
Okay.
that it rained today. I hope it doesn't rain on Saturday. Because I'm gonna watch the match. I hope it doesn't rain, but I don't know what's gonna
Yeah,
happen. Rain is
absolutely.
started
Yeah.
I
again.
Rain
mean,
spoiled us.
to be frank, rain would put CSK through to the playoffs. But I don't want us to, as a
Hey, Rahul,
CSK
you
fan,
are
I
in
don't
playoff.
want us
Yeah,
to
just
get
being
into
a
the.
walkover.
I
Just
don't
be a
want us to get
walkover
into the
match.
playoffs on a washout. I want us to, play, win, and earn our playoff spot. You know,
Yeah, because actually, I
we've had
don't
to
think
work
CSK
hard.
has earned the playoff spot yet. Even though yes, they are in favorites to go to the playoffs. As the fourth place or third place. I don't think CSK has earned it to go to the playoffs, unlike other seasons, in my opinion. Because
Yeah,
certain matches.
definitely. I
Right.
mean,
Right.
last season two came down to the wire almost. I mean, we had to defeat Delhi Capitals in our last match to make the playoffs, and we managed to do that. But I think this is a little more of a crunch situation because last year we played against Delhi Capitals when Delhi Capitals was at the bottom of the table, so we felt like that's a very winnable fixture. So a little less pressure,
But I think this
even though
time
it was
around,
must win. In this case, we're playing RCB. We're playing another team that is also trying to make the playoffs. So the stakes are a little bit higher this year.
but also I feel like this time the fourth place team will actually favor because with the way that our Rajasthan Royals are performing right now with the form that they are in, four losses in a row. I don't know whether that streak can continue, and I think they have sort of lost the momentum at the moment. So I think if Rajasthan Royals come to third, I think the fourth place team, whoever, will favor Rajasthan Royals in that eliminator match and try to go to the qualifier two and do well in that match. I feel.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely
Okay.
depends on. First of all, let's see. Rajasthan Royals can still finish in the top two because Sunrisers Hyderabad have to win their final match against Punjab Kings, uh,
Yeah.
and Rajasthan Royals have to lose to KKR. It's a very possible scenario, but if you never know with the PBKS is a team that has
And
actually been
Rahul, who
performing
knows?
better on the
Rain
road than
will
at
come
home
again.
this season.
Rain will come again in Hyderabad. Who knows? From Sunday
Rain,
to
yeah, it might rain again in Hyderabad, but even then, Sunrisers Hyderabad has a superior net run rate to Rajasthan Royals. So if that match gets washed out, they get to 16 points. And then if
And it's a
Rajasthan
must-win
Royals
match for
loses,
Rajasthan.
they come down to third because both teams will be on 16 points and SRH will have the
But
better
I
net
think
run rate.
KKR might rest
So
players. I think KKR might rest players, but
KKR will be
for
missing
the
Philip Salt, just like Rajasthan Royals is going to miss Josh Butler. KKR is going to miss
But they
yeah,
have
Philip
but at
Salt.
least
Gurbaz.
they have a
Catch
replacement. At least they have Gurbaz. They
Gurbaz.
have
They
Gurbaz
have
Yeah,
in the ranks,
Gurbaz.
and
absolutely.
how
Good
he's
player.
been performing last season also. So I don't think
Yeah.
KKR will miss. Yeah, yes, they'll miss Phil Salt, but they have a replacement better in case Phil Salt is not. Then that's Gurbaz. He's been the backup, and we know how Gurbaz can perform if he's set.
Okay.
And he knows
Yes,
Okay,
his
guys. Let's.
subcontinent conditions well also.
Okay, guys. Let's talk about MI versus LSG. So Pradeep is want to talk about Rohit Sharma. Rahul, what to talk about is this Rohit Sharma? Means how many chances we are waiting for him? Means you are not making 10 runs since 5 matches.
So much
What
argument on the
are
group
the
also about
captain?
Rohit Sharma right now. So much
Mm,
argument on all the WhatsApp
Rahul,
groups
give me a
about Rohit
solution.
Sharma's
Means
form.
how Rohit Sharma will come back to the form. Make at least 50 runs.
I mean,
At least 50.
I look. Rohit Sharma has been very inconsistent in T20 cricket. His fans will go on talking about last year's ODI World Cup and saying, "Look how he was selfless and how he showed his intent and all that nonsense," and saying he played T20 in ODI. Come on, now, why don't you play T20 in T20 cricket now? Seriously, okay. Rohit Sharma has
And
played a few
Rahul,
good innings. See,
in
Rohit has
50
played a
over
few
match,
good
10
innings in
overs power
last
play.
IPL and this IPL, but he has also played a lot of terrible innings. And then one series, he only played one series for India in T20 cricket since the last T20 World Cup, something which people don't want to talk about for
Yeah.
some reason. Nobody wants to have a discussion on that, but he played only one series for India where he scored two ducks. And finally, it took Afghanistan resting all their main bowlers at Chinnaswamy Stadium for him to hit a century. That is the reality. So Rohit Sharma, he has blown hot and cold in actual T20 cricket, but people keep going on about ODI World Cup and him playing T20 cricket over there as a justification for why he should play this
But if
ODI
Rohit
World
Sharma
Cup.
wasn't captain, he would have most likely been dropped from the 2020 team with the way that he's been performing in
To
this
be
IPL.
frank, Pawan, whether we talk about captaincy or playing, in fact, you look at Rohit Sharma's record in T20 World Cup, it's been ordinary for almost a decade now. To be
Yeah.
frank,
I
such a
think
player
I
shouldn't
think the
even be selected in
2021.
the squad. And once you select, you can't select somebody in the squad. There's no question of making them the captain of the team. And even if you say
Because
captaincy quota,
you have because sorry to interrupt, but Shubman Gill has been the MVP of IPL last season, and even when he doesn't have a place in this squad, Rinku Singh also, he deserves it, with the way that he's been performing for India. He's been performing against good teams also in India and for KKR also, and him being a middle order batter also. Those two batters missing. Even Gaikwad has been in good form in recent seasons. So if comparing to all these three batters missing out for Rohit Sharma, how would they feel, with the way that they've been performing for India and then
yes,
performing for country cricket
absolutely.
as well.
Yeah. And there's now even talk about Virat Kohli opening the batting, and now that means Jaiswal will also have to go. So, it's totally not fair when, all due respect to Virat Kohli, at least he has a good record at the T20 World Cup. But in all due respect, Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli stayed on the sidelines from T20 cricket for 1 year. And now they are replacing cricketers who are playing for India and who are very talented, who have a future ahead of them. To me, that is really unfair. And if we're talking about Rohit Sharma having captaincy quota, in 2.5 years as captain, Rohit Sharma hasn't lifted any trophy as captain either, not even a home World Cup in ODI cricket last year. So,
But
what a,
fans will still talk about the Asia Cup.
I know.
Come
I
on,
mean,
yeah.
come on. Asia Cup, that too in ODI cricket. Maybe if we win the Asia Cup in T20 format, I can say, okay, Sri Lanka and Pakistan, they're somewhat close to us. There is some competition there. And what happened in T20 Asia Cup in 2022 when we played Sri Lanka and Pakistan? We lost to both of them and didn't even make the final. Then in ODI cricket, India is clearly superior to both Pakistan and Sri Lanka, and we don't even need to talk about Bangladesh. The less said, the better. we are clearly the best team in Asia in ODI cricket. So there is no achievement in winning an Asia Cup, and Asia Cup is, it's not like the Euros in football or Copa America, like that, kind of a competition. It's only
Yeah,
six teams,
yeah,
and India is clearly the best in ODI cricket. So winning the Asia Cup is really not an achievement, as
agreed.
such. Only if we win an ICC tournament is their achievement, to be
Yeah,
frank.
definitely.
And
Agreed.
if we talk about 2022 T20 World Cup, it's not just Rohit Sharma's captaincy. Rohit Sharma himself was the worst player of that tournament. He has one of the lowest
But I think even KL
strike
Rahul was in
rates.
bad form. Even KL
Uh,
Rahul was in bad form though.
KL Rahul was also in bad form, but Rohit Sharma scored 27 or 28 in the semi final. Uh, Now he's 37 years old. Any other 37-year-old wouldn't make the squad again after such a performance. Rohit
No,
Sharma
so
is really
that's the thing.
lucky to
So,
be in the
so
squad,
that's the
in my
problem. Who
opinion, let
made Rohit
alone being
Sharma
the
captain?
captain.
Who made Rohit Sharma the captain? It was Jay Shah. I think for sure because politics got involved. Because I don't think the selectors wanted Rohit Sharma as captain, but I think definitely it's also political interference going on within the PCCI and Rohit
Sure,
Sharma.
sure. Yes, 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 Pawan, that
Probably
is.
is, probably is, but another double standard I see is Rohit Sharma throughout 2022 was constantly getting injured, but that never made anyone say he shouldn't be the captain anymore. Hardik Pandya got injured, and they said he shouldn't be the captain now. So that is a double standard. So Rohit Sharma gets injured, it's okay, he can still be captain, but Hardik Pandya gets injured, he cannot be the captain. Is it? I mean, that is a total double standards. I agree that Rohit Sharma should have remained captain of Mumbai Indians. The captaincy he should have lost is the captaincy of the Indian team. Unfortunately, he lost the wrong captaincy.
But Rahul, we have to say that Ambani is doing a good thing. Actually, good thing means each and everyone is observing his recent performance. If you see the performance since COVID, Rohit Sharma was down. Means as an opener, not a single season you are taking orange cap. Only one season, 2013, you are 500 runs in the season. So this type
Yeah,
terrible
and
performance, how a
that was at batting
franchises
at number
can
four,
take it.
and that was at batting at number four in the 2013 season. If I'm not mistaken, he scored
Yes. And now
499
you are
runs.
opener. Now you are permanent opener. So how Ambani can take a loss? Ambani is, I think I am agree with Ambani. You are going with Hardik Pandya. Pandya can give you 2 3 years. Then
No,
after
so
2 3 years, you
definitely,
have to pick another
definitely, I
captain.
think this is
See,
Rohit Sharma's last season at Mumbai Indians. I'm telling right now,
Yes.
I don't think Mumbai Indians will retain Rohit
Sure,
Sharma for
sure.
sure with the way that Hardik Pandya is
to
definitely
be
going to
frank
start the.
though to be frank though, we cannot praise Hardik Pandya too much. You look at where Mumbai Indians is on the points table. They're in last place, 4 wins and 9 losses. Hardik Pandya cannot really be defended, and
But
plenty
Rahul,
of plenty of the
Rohit Sharma
losses
should
of
also
Mumbai Indians
perform.
were because of were due to Hardik Pandya, that too very early in the season.
Yeah,
Hardik
but
with his
Hardik Pandya's batting form also has been good this season. Mainly we depend on his batting and not his bowling, but it has been the complete opposite for Hardik Pandya. His bowling actually has, delivered, and his batting hasn't.
not
Usually
even
we,
not even his bowling has been that great.
yeah,
Nothing
his bowling hasn't been, but
remarkable.
he
And
has
in
at least
fact,
done well in 1 or 2 matches though. Rahul, you have to admit that, at
but
least Hardik's
see,
bowling.
Pawan, 1 or 2 matches in a season when you play 14 matches, 1 or 2 good matches is not enough to justify your place. You have to
I
do a
know that for
lot
sure.
better as a
Yes,
captain.
even with the batting, also 1 or 2 matches he has been performing. But I think that comes with captaincy pressure, obviously. And the MI fans have been, not being treating Hardik Pandya properly.
Look,
With all
I,
this.
okay, I
Yes.
understand all of that, Pawan, but this kind of pressure at this level, you have to absorb that pressure. You have to handle captaincy pressure. Hardik handled pressure of captaincy and being an all-rounder at Gujarat Titans, and he has won a title with them and also been runner-up with them.
But Rahul,
Yeah,
their environment
the
was
fans
different.
are were toxic towards Hardik Pandya. I understand, but I have to say that's also Hardik Pandya's doing, because Hardik made a sudden shock decision to leave Gujarat Titans, and he demanded getting the captaincy of Mumbai Indians. So I think fans do have a reason to not like Hardik Pandya, because he of the way he demanded captaincy of Mumbai Indians, and basically took it from Rohit Sharma. Rohit Sharma, by the way, did yeah, maybe whatever he's doing with the bat, his team did reach qualifier 2 last season, even though they were not a very strong team on paper. From last place, they came to qualifier 2, even though they didn't have such a strong team. This year, Mumbai Indians had an even stronger team under Hardik Pandya, and they're at the bottom of the table right now. So that kind of is a poor reflection that Hardik Pandya couldn't handle pressure as a captaincy. 2022, not to take any credit away from Hardik, but it's now looking like that title was beginner's luck for him,
Yeah,
being
All
the
right,
first
right.
time
Thank
captain
you,
at a
Deep.
new
So,
franchise.
yeah,
Of
thank you,
course,
Rahul.
yes,
yeah. Okay,
they
see you.
Yeah,
fell 2 balls short in 2023, but then you see when Hardik Pandya is now under pressure as a captain, he's faltering. We can see it. So as much as I do want Rohit Sharma gone as white ball captain of the Indian team, I have to say Hardik Pandya won't be any better. Bringing Hardik Pandya in as captain will not really bring about too much change. It won't be any different. So we need to look elsewhere for a captaincy option. Now Gujarat Titans not doing too well under, not doing well at all under Shuman Gill. I know it's Shuman Gill's first season, but we can't promote him as a captaincy candidate if he's not even captaining well in the IPL. That's the problem. Gaikwad with CSK, let's see if he makes the playoffs. But can we promote him? Can we select him in the playing 11 in India? First of all, that is a question. Will he make the playing 11? Can he get ahead of Jaiswal and Gill and get into the playing 11
and
of Team
Rahul,
India?
we have
That's
to
a
see
question mark. So we cannot
for Team
promote
India
him as a captain
captaincy
either.
after Hardik Pandya. Who will be the captain? Let's see. We have to
To
see
be frank, this is a
who is
question that will
available.
arise in 2025. I don't see much change, but Rohit Sharma definitely has to retire from T20 cricket at least after this T20 World Cup. Then ODI cricket, well, we're not even paying attention to it right now. We haven't been paying attention to ODI cricket since the last ODI World Cup. In fact, since then, we played only 3 ODIs. We played 3 ODIs under KL Rahul, where we won 2-1 in South Africa. But will fans really warm up to KL Rahul? We know KL Rahul is not doing a good captaincy job in the IPL, but he was decent as vice captain during the ODI World Cup until the final. But people are going to scapegoat him for the final for sure. We already
But
see that.
Rahul, I think now when Rishabh Pant is available for you and you are picking him in a World Cup, let's see how he will perform in World Cup. But I think when in Test cricket, it is a time to promote a youngster, and that is Rishabh Pant, who deserves the captaincy in Test match after Rohit Sharma. When Rohit Sharma will not available, maybe after World Test Championship final next cycle, you should give captaincy to Rishabh Pant and
First of
just
all,
see
I think
how Rishabh Pant.
look, we do have test matches coming up in I think September, October. That's when we're next playing test cricket. At
At
that time,
least 4 5
you bring Rishabh
series.
Pant back into the fold, and you make him the vice captain of the team under Rohit Sharma. So he will get some grooming in a leadership role, but not actually being captain. We don't have to directly make him the captain. If he's vice captain under Rohit Sharma, then he'll still be in a leadership role. He will be around leadership, and he can see how things work over there before getting the captaincy. And of course, first of all, let's see if we make the World Test Championship final. There's no guarantee about that uh, because we
But
do
hopes
have to
are
play
there,
Australia
Rahul.
and Australia. So that is
But
there.
hopes are there when Pant is back. You can hope. We can hope actually.
There are hopes there, but we have to see. Rohit Sharma's captaincy in Test cricket has been a little bit suspect. Even though, yeah, that beating Basball 4-1 before the IPL, that was great, yes, but
But that
that
was
too
Indian
without
condition.
Virat
We are in
Kohli.
Australia, so we have
Yes,
to see.
that is going to be the challenge for Rohit Sharma because Rohit Sharma, to be honest, has looked suspect at times as a Test captain, being too defensive. You know, in the first Test match we played against England, we botched up a 190-run first innings lead and lost the match. So that's not a good sign. We drew a series against a South African team, which is not very strong on paper, and
Yeah,
that second test match we won because Bumrah and Siraj both put in superhuman efforts in both the innings. Across both the innings, they put in superhuman efforts and won us the match. If we have to really win matches in Australia, it'll be something like that. That Bumrah and Siraj have to do. They have to really be at their best. If they're at their best, we are in with a shout. The good thing for us is that Australian batting lineup has struggled uh, at times. They struggle against Pakistan and West Indies in the last tour. So we do know it is possible that they can struggle against Bumrah and Siraj and our full strength pace bowling attack.
Okay, okay, Rahul. Let's ask some prediction also. KL Rahul and Rohit Sharma both are not in a great form. So if I ask you who can score more runs, so what will be your answer? Both are very not in a good form actually, and both are opener.
Well, to be frank, KL Rahul is not in this T20 World Cup squad, so I don't really need to worry about him. He was rightfully
But
dropped, but if you
for
drop
tomorrow match, if I'm asking who can score more
tomorrow
runs,
match,
Rohit or Rahul?
tomorrow match, that's a good question. I'm probably going to back Rohit Sharma to score more runs, uh, simply because we do mark it a lot, but Rohit Sharma does show more intent than KL Rahul. At least he's better in that regard when it comes to showing intent. I can't say the same about KL Rahul. Uh, so it's going to be interesting to see who finds form tomorrow. But I'm going to back Rohit Sharma. It's in Wankhede, and Rohit Sharma knows the conditions better. He's familiar with it. So I think Rohit Sharma can find form and hopefully finish this season on a high before
With a
going to
50,
the T20 World Cup.
at least half century, at least.
He needs to score a half century tomorrow, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, Krishna, can MI win the match against LSG? Against LSG in MI, means in Wankhede tomorrow.
Yes, I can win Kunal Bhai because it's in Mumbai, so toss will be absolute factor. But till if Mumbai is batting first, you have to score 220 or 230 on this one pitch. And toss is very much crucial in one day, so it is a pride game for both of them. So they will means it will be a fun game. Means most of the fans won't be watching this because it is a pride game. It is for you can say time pass match. It is, but for Rohit Sharma, it is not time pass. He has to score so that he can build a momentum and go into the World Cup because his form is very poor, like Jaiswal. So it is high time he has to step up and score at least a good 50. I know it's a dead rubber game, Kunal Bhai, but still, uh, at least show some maturity and score a 50 at least in this 1 KD pitch. And LSG bowlers are not that much threatening Kunal Bhai, so he has to score in these wickets.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Coming to Rahul, if you see this match, it will be a great match. But Rahul, don't you think that Jasprit Bumrah is playing regularly? Means give some rest to Bumrah, see the bench strength, try some good bowlers and other bowlers, give some chances to Mumbai Indians, so that you can think about the mega auction also.
To be honest, my answer is no, because Jasprit Bumrah is the one going to the T20 World Cup, not those
But
players who
he's
are
playing
sitting on the
30
bench.
matches. 30
See,
matches, Rahul. I think one match
you should
you can
play
take a
every.
rest.
My thing is, you should play every match possible right now. Bumrah too has had a break at times, so he should treat this match as a practice as much as Rohit Sharma is. A lot of the Indian players who are going to the T20 World Cup are playing for Mumbai Indians. Yeah, it's a pride match, but you have to play for practice for the T20 World Cup. You should make use of every opportunity possible. Maybe if T20 World Cup was not coming up, I could have agreed with you. But there is a T20 World Cup coming up, and we need to prepare for it. After all, we invested in IPL as the primary mode of preparation for this T20 World Cup. Whether we agree with it or not is another thing. But if IPL is the primary mode of preparation, which we have taken, then we shouldn't compromise on this. Then we should
Okay.
play every match possible, because if you're also taking a rest, then there are times where you have to go full throttle. You have to then go all out and play every game and be in that zone. So if you're going to
Okay.
take breaks, then you also have to go the long stretches playing matches as well. You have to be willing to do that.
Okay, Rahul, one more player that we have to talk about means when Rohit Sharma will not be there. We are also talking about this opening slot for T20 International. Of course, Rohit Sharma will be retired, and we are making a new team. One player that we have to talk about, that is Ishan Kishan. Rahul, means he is performing well in IPL, good strike rate. He is batting. At some stage, means if he is consistent, means in next season also maybe Team India can consider him as an opener. Means he's not too bad. He can be a good top order batsman when Rohit Sharma will not be there. So, what is your view on it, Rahul? If Ishan Kishan is consistent, if
Yeah, that's the big problem with Ishan Kishan. He's very inconsistent. In fact, many people say that he's done well as an opener in ODI cricket so far, but I think the stats are a little bit inflated
T20
because he scored
in ODI, I don't think.
a century against Bangladesh. So when it comes to T20 cricket, I still feel Ishan Kishan is very inconsistent. He still needs some improvement in order to become a regular in the team, because you have Yashasvi Jaiswal and Shubman Gill, who are more than
But
capable of
Rahul,
being
when you
openers in
see the
T20 cricket.
bat flow of Ishan Kishan, it looks like he is a promising player of T20. Means when you see the bat flow, his six hitting capability, sometimes you see his innings, you will say, "Wow, what a player! He can be a good player, good
Yes,
opener
definitely,
at some stages."
definitely. But he can probably become a backup opener at the very least for India. But he still needs has some ways to go. He still needs to prove himself. The other complication at play is here at play over here is that Yashasvi Jaiswal
Maybe
is
maybe
a
Rahul
left-handed batsman.
Jaiswal and
Uh,
Ishan Kishan will be rotated. Maybe. What will be
Probably
decided?
they will be, but it depends on who proves themselves better, because both of them are left-handed openers. If you have Jaiswal and Gill, or you have Jaiswal and Gaikwad, then you have a balance of left-right opening combination, which is pretty critical in any opening pair. If you are capable of having a right-left opening combination that can perform well, then I think the team should pursue it.
Okay. Yeah. And one more update is there, guys, that there is only one practice match for Team India when they are going. But this is very pathetic, Rahul. When I see the schedule, means on 25, batch 1 will arrive and batch 2 will arrive for 26. What is this? Don't you go on the same day? Go in same day and play one practice match. Means what will happen in 24 hours? What the things will change?
This doesn't make
Batch
any
1 is
sense at
20.
all. Okay, there's no difference now between the players who got knocked out before the playoffs and those who are in the playoffs. You might as well all
25 and
sit
26,
together.
what is the difference?
There's no
What is the
difference at
difference?
all. And
This is a wastage of
and
money in
who
24
who
hours.
who on earth sends two batches of players on two consecutive days? This doesn't make any sense at all. You might as well send them as one batch. Maybe the whole squad can sit
One,
together
two,
and
three,
watch
four.
the IPL final, and then everyone leave after the final. You might as well do it that way. This really doesn't make any sense at all. I thought players who have been knocked out and are not in the playoffs will leave even before
They
the
should
playoffs begin. The whole point of
they
sending a
should
team in
leave
two
this
batches
Saturday.
is
This Saturday. They should leave this Saturday.
yes, absolutely. You see, what is the difference then? The whole point of sending non-playoff players and playoff players in two batches is that the non-playoff players can get extra time to get acclimatized to West Indies. If you're just sending them one day before, where is the advantage? This really doesn't make any sense from BCCI, and as usual, we this is the usual Kunal, typical stuff. Typical
Yeah.
Indian stuff. We will send everyone at the last minute and say we don't need practice. Practice is useless. You might hear Rohit. Don't be surprised if Rohit Sharma makes a statement like that, saying practice is useless, and then says we can just turn up on the field and win. Uh, and they'll easily believe that, because we have Ireland, USA, and Canada in the first round, so they will easily believe that
Even
we don't need
Pakistan.
practice.
Don't take Pakistan is a big team. He's also light. Very light.
Mm,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, that's another thing. Our lot of Indians will say it's like, oh, we'll beat Pakistan easily. Finally, even last World Cup, people said 90% will defeat Pakistan. We then won only on the last ball, and that too because Virat Kohli played that innings. If Kohli didn't play that innings, we would have lost by maybe some 50 or 60 runs.
Yeah. Okay, Krishna. Tomorrow, who is going to win according to you, prediction wise, LSG or MI?
I think MI 70-30.
70-30. Wow. Rahul, any chance to LSG?
Well, that is a very bold prediction, 70-30. But I also think it's in favor of Mumbai Indians. I'm going to go 60-40 in favor of Mumbai Indians.
Yeah,
I mean,
60-40.
going by form, I can't really, give Mumbai
Even
Indians too
Rahul,
much of an advantage.
But
But
even
Kunal bhai, what was
but
that
it's home
performance?
ground.
Means
It's home ground, and Lucknow is not in a great form. So that's why I would give an advantage to Mumbai Indians in this match. But 60-40 because even Mumbai Indians is not in some fantastic form, and we know they can be beaten at home.
Kunal bhai, I want to say that how can Mumbai choke from 65 for 1-2? Means you can't even chase that total. Means I was also shocked, and that innings from Rohit Sharma means he played for KKR. It seems Kunal bhai.
yeah, of course, we have to say, even against CSK, means you are not out till opening, you are making 100 runs and team is not winning. What a joke. Means we have seen the Rohit Sharma first time. Means you are making a century, you are not out since ball one and
And
team
Mumbai
pulls
Indians have
loss.
nothing to lose. They can play freely, Kunal bhai. Like how Punjab played yesterday. You can play freely.
Even
Means
LSG, even LSG, no chance for LSG to qualify. No chance.
Both of
Not a
them can
single point.
play with nothing to lose. But to be frank, it's 60-40 in Mumbai Indians' favor because Lucknow Super Giants have been in terrible form in the
Only
recent
Nicholas
matches.
Puran. Nicholas Puran can hurt them. Maybe Marcus Stoinis at some stage. Who knows? Quentin de Kock. He is also good experience of Wankhede Stadium because he played for Mumbai. Let's see.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, hope so. It will be a good game. Yeah. Okay. So thank you everyone for coming
Thank you.
uh, and Rahul. Now we all are just after playoff. We are going to be uh, World Cup and few demands from audience also to make a commentary during a live. So I have listed some matches like India versus Pakistan, Australia versus England, South Africa versus Netherlands. Means high profile matches where will be interesting.
versus
South Africa,
Netherlands.
Netherlands. Why not Sri Lanka, Bangladesh?
Yes, yes, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, South Africa. That will be a good game. Actually,
Yes,
we will make
absolutely.
watch along. Yeah. Why you are laughing, Krishna? You are taking
Yeah.
Netherlands very. Come on, yeah.
No, no,
Netherlands is
I'm
always
laughing
a good.
that you pick South Africa, Netherlands means they have always a rivalry between them,
High,
and Netherlands always come on top. And
high profile match for me. High profile. Even South Africa can be beaten. That is a big news. Netherlands can beat
yeah,
you.
South Africa always chokes against Netherlands, especially in the past
Netherlands
two
has
World
done
Cup.
the T20 and ODI World Cup double over South Africa. They won in 2022 T20 World Cup, and last year in ODI World Cup they defeated South Africa in a rain shortened match. South Africa is that team in the last ODI World Cup. They were beasts while batting first, but then they became ghosts while batting second.
No,
Yeah.
actually,
Yes.
batting second, actually, it is a very weak point for South Africa. They always choke and they lose very badly. When they bat first, they are always dangerous. Like it is Kunal bhai, we can say it is like SRH. It is mini SRH type of. If you see SRH also while batting first, they are pretty dangerous. When they are batting second, they probably sometimes they collapse very badly. So it is, and two South Africans are also playing for SRH, Makram and Klassen. So that's why they prefer to bat first. I feel.
Yeah. Okay, guys, let's see how things will go on. See you tomorrow, and we will talk about. Hope so. It will be a good game and 200 runs in complete. Please, because now we are heavily interested in 200 matches. That there will be so much
Yeah,
runs.
it looks that way. But we can expect that from Wankhede Stadium. We can expect maybe even 220 or 230 kind of games over there.
Please, MI, don't choke. What RR have done with you in Wankare, we all know it. How MI was collapsed in Wankare against RR bowling, we all know. Please, don't do that.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Okay, so thank you very much. Thank you, Krishna. Thank
Thank
you,
you.
Rahul. See you tomorrow. Bye bye. Good night, everyone.
Good night.